Through the Strait of Hormuz account for nearly 45% of China's crude imports. A big part of that oil flows from Iran, despite Western sanctions. These ties have come into the spotlight in the wake of the US and Israel's war in Iran. China is Iran's largest economic partner and the primary buyer of Iranian oil, accounting for 90% of Tehran's crude exports. The close trade ties have also played out in the diplomatic arena. This week, Beijing vetoed a UN Security Council resolution on the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Trump has credited China and Pakistan for helping initiate the process towards a delicate ceasefire. He's due to travel to Beijing in May. Well, joining us now from New York is Huiyao Wang. He's the president of the Center for China and Globalization. That's a Beijing-based think tank. Good to have you with us. So first of all, we just heard statements there from Donald Trump saying 99% of the US demand now is simply no nuclear weapons. Has this position weakened the US leverage, not just vis-a-vis Iran, but globally? Do you think that's how it will be seen in Beijing?
Well, I think that, both sides has been fight for over a month now, and they finally come to the sense, they come to the negotiating table. And that's where China is calling for that for a long time. And I think this time, that they're going to meet in Islamabad in Pakistan, and China has played an enormous role there. And Chinese Foreign Minister Wang has phoned over 26 other counterparts in different countries of the world, and particularly the UN Security Council member countries, foreign minister, and of course China and then Pakistan are eyeing brothers. And I'm sure that China has a great influence and impact for this. But also, as you said, China is the largest importer of Iranian petroleum, and also the Gulf Stream.
Right, but my question is more, how does Beijing see the result of this war so far? Who has lost leverage? Who has gained leverage?
Well, I think that certainly, Iran has gained more leverage now. I mean, even though whatever 99% or whatever percentage or how much its infrastructure or defense capability has been damaged, but blocking Hormuz, you need the rocket. You can just fishing ships can do that. So, I think blocking Hormuz is a nuclear weapon that Iran has, and so that really got the whole world a choking point for that, and also for China. So I think it's in China's interest to see this to be resolved through Pakistan and talking directly with US and Israel. So I think this is good.
And you mentioned the Strait of Hormuz and the flow of oil. With the flow of oil reduced, does that also not reduce the demand, the global demand for dollars to buy oil, since we know that the oil is sold in dollars, right? And does therefore the decrease in demand for dollars, does that weaken the US currency or the US economy in China's perspective? Does it see that that gives maybe China some edge?
Well, absolutely. I think China has actually already, over the past decade, depended less on the petroleum. Half of the Chinese energy now is renewable. It's a green now. And also half of the automobile driving in the Chinese roads are powered by electricity, not by petroleum. So you can imagine how that has greatly reduced the dependency. Furthermore, China continues to strengthen its green energy supply, and also they can also easily buy from Russia and the Central Asia and other parts of the world. So I don't think this is going to be, Hormuz is going to have a huge impact in the long run for China. But it does have an impact for the whole world, because the Europeans still depends on it. 90% of Japanese petroleum still depends on that. And of course, US as a security guarantor for the Gulf and the Middle East region, that guarantee is not there with the Iranian retaliations. So the whole confidence is coming down, and the money investment goes to the US is coming down. And furthermore, the trade in US dollars is coming down. So overall, it's going to affect the US economy strongly. And so that also affecting the world. And China certainly wants to see this to be saved, because that's why for Mr. Wang has been phoning
Right.
over 20-some ministers and also support Pakistan to mediate and to resolve this as best as they can.
Understood. All right. Thank you so much for your comments, Hui Wang, President of the Center for China and Globalization and former counselor of the China State Council